am running on three main issues, which is education, healthcare, and living wage jobs. Thank you very much.
We're out here with Amy Cox. She's running for state representative in the 43rd district. Amy, you just addressed the voters here at this, I think it's a voter forum put on by WHIO, some other different groups, I'm not exactly sure. Tell me a little bit about it and how you think you did.
The Dayton League of Women Voters puts on a forum type of situation, if that's what you want to call it. They'll do another one, I think, later in the fall for those of us that are not running in a primary. But anyways, we each got 2 minutes to talk. I was told I was supposed to have 3, so I wrote down 3 minutes of information. The ladies in the front row cut me off, and I got shorted a little bit of time, but some of the things I wanted to talk about that I wasn't able to talk about was my issues. My issues are education, which is quality access for everyone, education, and that means public education as well. Our state universities are out of control as far as what they charge for tuition for our own residents. Healthcare. Healthcare is a human right. And my family alone, we spend about $18,000 a year on health insurance. My husband's in a labor union, so that is money that is negotiated into their contract. So it's a little over $8 an hour. So $18,000 a year for health care for a working middle class family. I could dump a lot of money into my local economy if I had even half of that money to use on other things other than health care. Which we don't even use. And then, of course, a living wage job. If Fortune 500 companies that dominate the labor market in our state, like Walmart and other healthcare companies, would pay their employees a living wage, we as taxpayers wouldn't have to subsidize, which is a small amount of our tax money that goes to help people. But nonetheless, that is a big issue for people. And if these Fortune 500 companies who are sitting on stacks of cash can't pay a living wage in our state, what are we living for? You can't support local economies with wages that are $15 an hour. And if you are able to pay your employees a livable wage, which is upwards of $20 to $25 an hour, then we need to talk about some progressive wage standards. That alone will bring up the quality of life for many Ohioans, especially when those employers are the biggest employers in our state.
You consider wages to be a root cause issue?
It's definitely a root cause issue to many of our problems. When you don't pay someone a living wage, they don't spend money. So you're not gathering payroll tax, you're not gathering, as much payroll tax, you're not gathering sales tax. So when people have money, especially working class families, they spend all of that. They might save a little bit, but they need and spend most of everything that they make. And when you don't pay them enough to even cover their bills, that puts people in a downward spiral. You're borrowing money to buy medicine, you're borrowing money to put gas in your car, you're borrowing money to pay for your kids' textbooks, or put money on a lunch account. That's not okay. What are we living for if we can't pay for the basics and a little bit to make life worth living? And that includes taking care of our families. Who's taking care of the kids when both adults have to work 2 jobs? That's not a quality of life for anyone, and that is not setting us up for a successful future with our kids.
Anything else you'd like to add?
I think that's it for now.
Yeah, folks can go, where can they find out more?
You can go to voteamycox.com, check out our campaign. You can also text 33339 and text the name Amy, A-M-Y, to the number 33339.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.